everything.
Mm.
3 clients today, every single one of them cancelled. But well, no, that's like one of them cancelled yesterday. The other 2 just didn't turn up.
Right.
Really, just.
I'm guessing your policy is if they don't actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If they don't properly cancel, you still charge them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I am worried about one of them because she's normally quite reliable, but at the same time, it's like, guys, come on. It's just like I say, if it'd been one of them, no worries, just take it in your stride. But it's been one of those days where it's just like, for God's sake, why is everybody just doing? Hi, internet! Welcome to the International Rights Fellowship, where Dan, your friendly neighborhood RPG therapist, complains about people not turning up. If you go to therapy and you can't make it, let the therapist know. I've got shit to do. It doesn't involve sitting here waiting for people who aren't going to turn up.
And also so that they know you're still alive.
And also so that they know you're still alive.
Yeah.
Because it really looks bad on the CV if people kill themselves. It's just not good for business.
I wasn't going to go that far, but sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Touch wood. Never happened. I'd plenty of attempted, but never successful. So anyway, what the fuck? Let's talk about something else. Hello, darling. How are you?
How was my day? I basically got all the big stuff done that I needed to for the fact that I'm going to be away for a whole week, which felt really good. The only thing that I've realized is, I'm going to have students emailing me next week, and I probably need to be able to reply to them.
Why? What's happening this week?
As in, we're at the point in the semester where, so if a student hasn't quite passed the subject, like they're within a couple of points of passing, we give them a chance to do an alternative task, one final. Can you actually do what we've asked you to do?
Mm-hmm.
And the details of all of that is going out to them on Monday. I've scheduled emails to go out, and I know I'm going to get replies. So, like, it has to come from me as the coordinator, but it also means that I'm going to have to respond to them. But I'm going to put a little notice on my email replies and just say, please be aware that I am on a business trip this week, and it might take a couple of days for me to get back to you. And if you have any urgent queries, you can contact this person. So, yeah. Anyway, but I was planning to take my laptop with me anyway. I thought I was going to be able to not look at work email all week, and I don't think this is going to happen.
Yeah, well. Oh, hey up, Jazz.
It is what it is.
Oh. Welcome to the madness.
Yeah.
Erica will be joining us shortly. Just got some kids stuff on. Let's do card showing. I just realised because it's you and me here, Jules, we're the Christians of the group, and I just remember I just remembered I have this because it's just down there, but I never actually gets used because most people here are a bit, iffy, and it's like I say, I forgot I have it. If I can get the confounded thing out.
The first thing that actually came to my mind when I saw that was, Nasio. Because that's kind of his nickname.
Oh, his dad, yeah.
And Loyola calls him that.
Huh? Angel. Oh, of course. Yeah. I love Nassio's dad. Chaz, FYI, so Jules and I wrote a novel together, and a novel and several short stories. I mean, a ridiculous number of short stories.
More words in the short stories than the novel.
And the novel's like 200,000, isn't it?
No, 140 at the moment.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Jesus. And and one of the characters is called Nasio, or Natio, and he has a guardian angel who is absolutely hilarious, and
just talks to him in obscenities and tells him what's what.
And just constantly takes the piss out of him and absolutely everything. Oh, talk of the devil, even though we're doing angels. Hi.
Yay.
Hi. Sorry, my computer's like taking a second to like.
Thank you, Chaz. Cheers. I mean, you're not wrong. To be fair, not wrong. Anyway,
married friend couple.
Yeah, who've only ever been in the same country once.
We do have photographic evidence.
We do hugs and everything.
Just before we came on stream, Dan's son was in the background and he was chatting, and I could overhear the conversation. And he was like, "Oh, Jules has never seen me." I'm like, "Yes, I have."
Yes, she's known you longer than you've known her.
Yeah,
but you know. Anyway, this card from the Angel Oracle, Erica, for your records, is the Angel of Trust. I trust in the divine power of goodness and love to protect and guide me. Oh, no. I just flipped the book open and it's the right page.
Well done.
The Angel of Trust is represented holding the stole, which it uses as a blindfold. When we are blindfolded, we have trust in ourselves and in God, knowing that we are protected by this guardian angel, whose hands reach out to us across the gulf of time and worldly matters to offer goodness freely. I know you're going to hate every minute of this, Erica. I find it hilarious. To be fair, I thought we would do it before you would get here, but now I'm glad you are, because I get to see your face whilst I'm reading it. So, you know. The angelic realm is the angel of the heaven of creation, the angelic function to open our hearts and minds to trusting in the goodness of life. Gifts for Earth. It can help us to learn to trust ourselves, learn to trust in life itself and all it has to offer us, learn to trust other people. It's quite a lot. It's got quite a lot to read. So settle in, Erica. The Angel of Trust works with our higher self to help us express and develop a trusting attitude towards life. This trust can manifest itself when we are caught on the fence, torn between being negative, cynical, or destructive, and wishing to be positive and believe that our highest good and greatest joy are being fulfilled. This angel offers us the essential love of spirit we need in order to trust and be truly life-affirming. Trust can make all the difference in the qualitative experiences of our life. To be able to trust is an essential ingredient of happiness and ease. Otherwise, our energy will be tied up with suspicion, doubt, and fear. Trust gives us the courage to move forward or take risks that we would not be able to take if we lack this one component vital to growth and spirituality. The Angel of Trust helps each one of us to value our experience and trust our perceptions. Only through listening to our inner wisdom can we develop the quality of trust which we so vitally need in order to progress through life. When we learn to trust in the goodness of life, we have a more joyful time and more worthwhile contact with others. Odd though it may sound, trust reflects itself in all our choices, from the relationships we form to the jobs and careers we pick, right through to the type of clothes we wear. When we are lacking in trust, we will always be carrying an umbrella and choosing the safest, least challenging way of doing something, fearful of hurt or of doing it wrong. It is only when we dare to take risks, to stand up for what we feel and to trust in our inner sense of right and wrong, that we eventually develop a sense of mastery about life. We can offer prayers to this angel to help us trust our inner sense of knowing. We can ask for trust in one another so that we can feel safe expressing our love and care for one another. This angel wants our life experiences to be healthy and nourishing. Nothing is more undermining to our spirits than cunning or betrayal.
Fuck you card.
Oh. Okay. Okay, fine.
Look, that was the card I needed today. So it was a loving fuck you card.
It was a loving fuck you. It was fuck you, but gently. It was make love you card. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's
the one line.
Expand.
The courage to move forward.
I did notice that. Yes.
So after we hear your guys's, I will expand on that. because mine will take a minute.
Okay. Well, no. Oddly enough, I thought about your earlier message.
That's why mine will take a minute.
And that was immediately what came to mind. That card was very much for you, but also it to me it speaks just about giving. Just you're never going to get your project right first time, so give yourself permission to be. That's the whenever you get asked that question, oh, what advice would you give to writers? My first piece of advice is always, without exception, give yourself permission to be bad. Because then
embrace the crappy first draft.
Yeah, and trust that you can get it. The implicit part of that is trust that you can make it better later on. So for me, for example, I'm trusting myself to dive back into this old series of stories that I wrote several years ago. Jules, and then we can let Erica hog the limelight.
So yesterday after work, I spent some time just, I guess you'd say, meditating, listening to some music, been trying to figure out what the heck is this thing that's making me feel really, it's not, depressed is not the right word. And I realized it's because I've had a bunch of encounters with students who I'm like, you are very clearly being dishonest with me. And there's something in me, probably because of my past experiences, I really do not like the experience of realizing that someone's been lying to me. And that was probably what was kind of bleeding into other things. Well, if that's going to happen, why would I bother doing the things that I do? And I guess it was just, I had a nice moment of, actually, I can just trust that I'm doing the right thing. And that even when people are crappy, it's still better to decide, okay, I'm going to care. If you don't take it on board, that's not my responsibility. Because there are students who actually do benefit and get something good out of what we try to teach them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also, one of the things that I feel like I really want to do is write stories that give people hope. Because our world is so full of crap. And if either of you, I might have mentioned this to you, Dan, have you heard of solar punk?
Yes, I love the concept of solar punk, but I don't know, it just, I can't quite wrap my head, I want to write some, but I can't quite wrap my head around having this perfect utopian world and punks who are against it. It just... It's like it's either a utopia or it isn't.
Well, the underlying idea being that it's not just a perfect utopia that's a dystopia underneath, but it's looking towards the future. How could humans and the environment coexist in a way that doesn't destroy one or the other? And they make, like, the underlying point is we can't imagine what would be a better future unless we've got storytellers who could show us what that looks like.
Quite.
We need stories to tell us how it can be better instead of just telling us how it's going to be crap all the time. And I want to try and translate that into fantasy. It doesn't have to just be science fiction.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crikey, you've got more visitors.
Because if we can't imagine how something would be better, how on earth can we possibly work towards that? And I guess I was like, oh, yeah, there's something external to me that's trying to make me forget that that's actually a good goal to have. Like, you scroll through the news and it's like, man, the world is going to crap. And it's like, no, we need stories to tell us how it can be better.
Whereas I scroll through the news and I just get, the next Gundam film is coming out. Oh, have you seen this movie? So you're just scrolling through the wrong news, darling. That's. But yes, I 100% agree. It's just whenever I have thought about trying to write a solar punk, I get too hung up on this is all amazing, so therefore I don't know, just it feels incongruent trying to write people who are rebelling against a nice society, because obviously that's what the punk part is, and I'm just like, my brain doesn't work on that particular front. So
so that was quite a detailed answer.
Yeah, beautiful. Go on, Erica, tell us.
So I had in a session with a client on Wednesday, I had this realization, and I don't know what brought it up, but I mean, that's my brain for you. That I think part of the reason, and I've mentioned this multiple times, like I hate the editing process. Like I don't like it. And also, with my Alana story, my, writing out our D&D campaign, basically what I'm doing right now is I am making a very detailed outline. And so there is a lot of missing detail, a lot of missing pieces. And what I realized is I think that the reason I am not more excited about writing it anymore is because, in all honesty, I'm almost done with it. And then I'm going to have to edit it.
So it's like, please don't make me finish because
then I'm going to have to do the part that I don't want. So I looked at this today. So of the 6 books, it's 471,577 words total.
Is that all? Come on.
3 books are fully drafted. 1 is halfway drafted, but it may end up, some of it may go, so book 3 is halfway drafted, but some of it may end up going into book 2 and some maybe go into book 4. I'm not sure because I have about 35 sessions to write and it's already at 67,000 words.
35 sessions left to write, or 35 sessions for the book in
35 sessions left to write in that book.
Fuck nuggets. Jesus.
So, and then in book 5, it's completely done except for 2 sessions. And then book 6 is about 1/3 of the way done.
So you've got 2/3 of book 6, half of book 3, and you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
That is fucking incredible, Erica. I mean, just forget everything else. That is unbelievably amazing.
Yeah.
That is just, I mean, yes, Chaz. Yeah, the only word for it is wow.
So like I put it all down on, because I have it in a Google sheet right now, and it's all really spread out, really and I like have to scroll and scroll and scroll. And so I wrote it down on a single piece of paper. I was like, there's really not a lot left to do.
Do you know which part of editing it is that you're most worried about? Is it
That's like exactly the question I was.
Is it the sentence level stuff, or is it the trying to like put some structure, additional structure in what you've got? So part of it is, and I'm going to commission time with my friend Dan for this part of it. I have a lot of battles to write. Like as I'm writing them right now, I write the word battle and highlight it. And that's what I do. And I move on.
Does Dan know how to write battles?
You.
Oh.
I was like, yes, my friend Dan does know how to write battles. He knows how to write them well. He likes to write them. So that's part of it. Makes
sense. Yes, Dan likes writing battles. I'm sure he does.
The other part of it is last year when we did this daily thing, one of the days, instead of sprinting, we all read a piece of what we were working on. And I think I ended up reading, I can't remember how many words I ended up reading, but it took me a full 2 hours to edit this little snippet that I read.
So, I mean, depending, about 1,000 to 2,000 words, let's say.
maybe. And I would like, so I know that the editing process for me is going to be timely, and that once it kind of like what kind of but different, like when I get done, like I'm going to have this huge accomplishment of writing this massive series, and I don't know if I will be able to celebrate that, because I know that there's so much work to come next, and I want to be able to celebrate it.
Well, point of order. When you finish it, you will tell us, and we will force you to celebrate it.
Okay.
So there's that. The other question I had was, what made that editing process? So again, if you read for about 10 minutes, that would have been about 2,000 words. So 2 hours to do what was it that you felt dragged that editing process out? Was it because you were agonizing over sentence structure? Was it because you were adding stuff? What?
Yes. And it was stuff that I had written in, like, this was pretty early when I had started writing, like, ever.
Yeah. It's awful going back to some of the first stuff. It's like, no. It's like hearing your own voice for the first time. It's just like, no, don't like it.
So this was like October of 2020 stuff. And that part of it, like that part that I had read, was nothing that we played. And so it was at all stuff that I had made up about Alana's backstory and her childhood. And like, we didn't even get to meet Alana in the little bit that I read. And so it was like almost world building stuff. And so some of it is just like my confidence in my ability to, is my confidence. It, like being able to get what I can visualize in my head onto paper correctly. Not correctly, maybe correctly. But I think the other part of it was I had it in my mind. I wanted it to be perfect because we were reading it. And I was reading it to peers who I respect, and I didn't want them to be like, why in the hell do we have this idiot on this stream with, like, but that's private logic. That's my own crap. And, you know, that's, I know.
Why do we have the most prolific person in the world on this stream?
I know cognitively that you guys don't think that. And also there's pieces that are loud in my brain that say not nice things to me.
Mm-hmm. Tell them to shut up.
I do. I tell them to fuck off quite often.
That's always my advice to clients. Yeah, the first thing we've got to do is tell you in a monologue to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so the back to what the courage to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do something pretty and print that off. And
well, I often say, you've heard me say it here before. The editing process for me is taking the first draft and turning it into the story I wanted to tell, because the first draft inevitably kind of tells itself here and there, and then so going back to it, it's like, oh no, I said this, but actually what I meant was this, and just so, and don't forget, you can reach out, we'll help you. You know, that's what friends are for.
Dan's got the practical experience.
Yeah,
I did a master's in professional writing and editing.
So just but again, it's just back to that word, trust yourself. Yeah, we trust you because we know that you're an amazing writer. The only person here who doesn't trust you is you. So
It's a work in progress.
it's a work in progress, but oh my god, I just said progress. It's a work in progress. Jesus.
Look at your American accent.
Maybe try and draw on our trust in you. You know, oh, they trust me. That's, you know. Oh, you frozen.
Oh, am I?
Oh, no, you're back.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to like get back into it now that I've realized how not much there is left to do, which is kind of cool. I haven't been excited to write her for a while, so that in and of itself is exciting.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's the same feeling I've had coming back to these stories. It's just like, oh, thank God it's back. I've got the urge again, which is when it's not there, you're missing a big part of your life. So
that's exciting, Chad.
Yeah, but Chaz, that is incredible. The fact that you're on draft 3 already, and it's just you're getting there. And I love editing. I say it's just cognitively I can't identify when people say they hate it. You know, I understand it, but I understand that you do, but it's just like instinctively I'm going, why? It's amazing. Come on. It's like asking. It's like if somebody doesn't like coffee. It's like, why don't you like coffee? You know, it's just like I just don't like it. It's, you know. Cool. Well, on that note, the
20
timer
minutes?
for 20 minutes.
25?
I've got to leg it and take my son to the gym because Dad's taxi is always on call. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, there is something satisfying about realizing, oh, wow, that's actually the best version of the thing that I was trying to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love going back and reading some of like my fan fiction or even some of my Alana stuff because I put them all into Scrivener so that I could download the EPUBs and read them on my phone. But there are some lines that I'll go back and I was like, oh my God, that was really good.
I love that. I love it when that happens. Yeah.
That came from my brain. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Way to go, brain.
Yeah, best feeling in the world. I love it. Cool. So 20 minutes. Unless you've got more on trusting yourself.
No,
I've got to say
like
that
perfect breaking card.
Erica, the look on your face when I showed the picture of that card was diamond. Seriously, I'm gonna get that deck out more often just to piss you off. But the fact that it turned out to be the perfect card for you was just like so.
See, but we can use that if we get picked for tags. We can use that. Like,
yep, too right. Anyway, I will let you guys get on with it, and yeah, happy writing.
I'll go purple again.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
I'll go blue.
Purple, blue, Chaz, teal or orange, and I will do whoever is left. Ooh, right, have fun, and I will speak to you as soon as I will get back as soon as possible. Yay, orange! Whoever had orange, congratulations, you won.
That was very last minute win. Like it was literally at the back.
Gotta get ready for the sprint, you know.
Yep.
Hey, what can I say? It was a big bar.
You're already eaten half of it in 2 days.
It's not been 2 days, has it?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. It's not even been 2 days.
3 maybe. Still.
I'm stressed. Leave me alone. Anyway, yes, working hard on the chocolate jars because somebody has to, frankly. Yeah, I'm taking one for the team. How did everybody find that? I found that the most productive 20 minutes of my writing in my life. I got to the gym, then I got back and I had some chocolate. I was like, great. How about you?
Music?
Oh, shit, music, yeah.
I got 958.
Oh.
It's amazing.
No sexy time this time.
Well, thank God, because if it had been sexy time, you'd have been 12 something.
In 20 minutes, yeah.
What did you get up to, Jules?
Different article today. Oh, where's my camera?
That actually looks really interesting.
Yeah, I've come across this area of cognitive research that talks about it's the 4 E's of cognition. So basically it's looking at how is it, we often think of our brain as being disconnected from our body, but when we learn something, it's always got connections to our body and the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4 E's are like embedded cognition. So when you are learning particular kinds of skills, they actually get embedded in your body, like music, for example. When you're learning to play an instrument, you want that automaticity that's to do with your motor function. This is about how writing, like, it's actually really powerful because it helps to extend what's in our brain outside of ourselves so that we can change our thinking. So it's kind of related to what I'm trying to get our students to understand, but also really interesting because this article in particular is talking about how writing developed, early writing, like in Mesopotamia, and how that shows signs of it becoming this kind of function. Yeah, it's really interesting.
I mean, that is basic principle of CBT at the end of the day, you know, inputs different thought processes and that will change your emotional state and the behavior
because I'm trying to
Thanks for joining us, Chaz. Kids are a pain in the ass, aren't they? Let's face it. See you tomorrow, lovely.
Yeah, trying to help students understand that writing is not just that finished product you see. Like if you are just outsourcing writing to AI, you're actually robbing yourself because you can't see your own ideas outside of your head. So, yeah. And also it's just kind of fun to read about that for my own purpose. Yeah.
What did you write, Erica, if you don't mind me asking?
What did I write? The boys went fishing.
So not sexy time yet, but soon.
I mean, on
the riverbank, messing about on the river, so to speak.
Actually, that was going to happen. Okay, I need to make a note because I had an idea. I had this brilliant idea, and I had one of them, and I forgot because I got excited about going fishing because I love fishing. I think fishing's fun.
Really?
And we never go fishing because to go fishing, we need to go camping somewhere, and I don't camp well. Mainly because my husband will not allow me to walk to the bathrooms by myself in the middle of the night. He makes me wake him up, and so he'll walk with me. And he is a person who needs uninterrupted sleep. So he is a grump ass in the mornings when we go camping. So we don't go camping because it is like the only time ever that I wake up 3 or 4 times a night to go to the bathroom.
Get one of those little bucket, water
Chewy.
can things that you just.
Yeah, he's talked about us getting one of those. But anyway, like I love going fishing, and so this first story, they live in this really beautiful little town in Michigan, and it's fall, and I found this really pretty picture of this like little creek where they go fishing. But when I wrote this the first time for fan fiction, it wasn't a super sexy time story. But since I'm like, it is now.
Sexifying it.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I need to make myself a big note.
Balls. Fair play. Cool. Anybody want to talk about anything in the last few minutes?
I am up in the air if I will be here tomorrow. My kid has their very first karate tournament tomorrow.
I only ever fought in one tournament when I did karate, and I gave one of my best mates a really bad black eye because he didn't block, and I lost control. So what I went in for a kick, he blocked that and threw me off balance, and I turned that into a roundhouse punch. I knew I was out of control as I was doing it. I was begging him to block it, and he didn't block it. Poor guy, Chris Pilgrim. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I think my kid is only doing kata for this first tournament.
Right.
So doesn't feel confident in sparring yet. But it's like 3 hours away.
Ouch.
Yeah. And my husband, they asked him to ref. So he's been doing karate since he was 9. And I think he counted, like he loves martial arts, and I think he's done them all. So I don't know how long we're going to be there. So I'll let you know when it gets closer to time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take my computer and write, since my child is doing one event.
Oh.
Yeah, we're driving 3 hours to do one event.
Do one kata. Okay.
It's a good experience, though. It's a good experience.
That's a huge demonstration of love that they will appreciate eventually. Cool. Well, I'm out of stuff to talk about. Anybody else? Or shall we just
And Jules, when do you leave? Because I caught my itty bitty tail end yesterday.
I'll be here for the next 2 days, and then I'm away for 5.
Okay.
But I'll be here for number 30.
Okay.
That's just it. So we are day 22. So it's a week tomorrow. Yeah, a week tomorrow.
So I won't be here tomorrow, but then today started my 10-day vacation.
Oh, of course. How much have you written for Wham so far?
So I am currently just under 8,000 words behind.
Okay, so what
So
what is
I'm
that
like,
in terms of
I'm
what?
28,668 words.
The who and the what now? I'm sorry, you've got your exclamation point already. Frankly, just
No, it is not 50 yet.
I don't care. I don't care.
I do. I have to find my iron-on things though, because I found the shirt that it's gonna go on, but I cannot find.
Oh, you haven't actually made it yet. I
No,
see.
because I can't. I think we have to go get my kids' meds after we're done, and I think we're just gonna run by Michael's and get new iron-on things because I have no idea where I put them, and that is just going to be easier at this point in time to go buy some new ones than it is for me to try and find them.
Fair.
Because I want my shirt. I want my shirt made and like hanging somewhere where I can see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you can't wear me yet.
TikTok, TikTok, TikTok.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. I've got 10 days off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Too. You. I'll be surprised if you haven't finished it tomorrow. Frankly, the rate you're going. So
probably not tomorrow. I will finish this story though. I'm super excited about that.
And on that lovely note, I hope they do well at the Kata. So we'll see you on Sunday. Jules, see you tomorrow. Probably have Amber with us. No guarantees, obviously. And yeah, take it easy. See you tomorrow. And Chaz, as usual, thanks for joining us. See you later.